Thank you so much, Colton. Well, as part of our statewide You're Not Alone campaign today, we wanted to focus on parents and the difficulties that they endure when losing a child, specifically to suicide.
Yeah, oftentimes we talk about the struggles the individuals endure, but what about those who are left to pick up the pieces? I spoke with one mother who was able to take her pain and transform it into passion and purpose. And April Simpkins is showing other parents that they too are not alone.
Engaging, beautiful, and real.
Those are the words April Simpkins uses to describe her daughter, Cheslie Kryst. And many others would agree. Cheslie was Miss USA 2019, an accomplished attorney, an Emmy-nominated correspondent for Extra TV, and a role model for women across the world. But behind the crown, behind the court, and behind the microphone, she fought another battle with persistent depressive disorder. On January 30th, 2022, Cheslie Kryst died by suicide. The news rocked the universe, but it hit hardest at home.
There's still this feeling that this is not real. This is not really happening. You could feel this tiny hole that was growing larger. I'm the mom, and I'm usually the comforter, and here were my boys trying to assess what was happening. I could not slow myself down enough to even talk with them. My heart hurt, everything hurt.
April was also one of the very few people who knew what Cheslie was battling. She talks about her daughter's first attempt with suicide.
She made first runner-up. I remember the look in her face. I can vividly remember that moment and how hard she cried. We went to the bathroom. She pulled herself together, she composed herself, and was just so gracious.
But after her daughter's death, April started battling depression herself.
If anything, I went back and forth with my own mortality. There were periods where I didn't care. I wasn't gonna harm myself, but I did not care if I died. Because the pain was so immense.
But she found comfort in fulfilling Cheslie's last wishes. In a text message to her mother the morning of her death, Cheslie asked April to publish a book she was working on. Early this spring, April published By the Time You Read This, The Space Between Cheslie's Smile and Mental Illness. It's currently on the New York Times bestsellers list. The book details, in Cheslie's own words, her career highs, but also her battles behind closed doors.
I need to live. I need to live for so many reasons. My husband, my children, Cheslie still needs me.
The book also includes an excerpt from April about how she's managing her own depression. She's using the book, the Cheslie Kryst Foundation, and NAMI, all to honor her daughter's legacy. NAMI is the largest grassroots mental health organization. They have over 700 state and local affiliates nationwide, including right here in Lansing.
It's such a lonely thing when you lose a family member, or when you have a family member that has a mental health condition. You feel so isolated. And so our job is to break the stigma about that, to reduce stigma around mental health conditions and around suicide as well.
That includes talking about grief in the many forms it comes in.
Grief is also part of the process of when you have a family member that has a mental health condition. They may be still here, but you're grieving that person's challenges in life.
April is a national ambassador and says she is proud of the work that NAMI does.
Several things I love about NAMI. Not only do they provide a laundry list of education and resources on the website, they break that down for people like me who are parents, who are trying to understand and navigate mental illness. And you don't know what to do. You don't know what that looks like. And NAMI provides a high level of education and then resources through their website.
April Simpkins wants other parents to know that they too are not alone.
Your love was enough, but our love isn't everything. And when you realize that you gave all that you had to give, truly, there's a level of acceptance of a decision that child may make that you will eventually understand and learn to live with.
And such a powerful,
Absolutely.
powerful woman. And our local NAMI chapter offers peer-to-peer support and guidance for those who are grieving. And what's also amazing is that they connect you to other support groups too in the area if you need. So I highly recommend reading by the time you read this. It's in your local bookstores and libraries, but of course you can find more information and resources online at WILX.com.
Yep, very, very powerful message that you are not alone through any of this. Thank you so much for sharing that story. And of course, there's so